What self-respecting man doesn't know how to handle a sausage? Right, has everyone had a shit piss and got a brew?
What's
know,
a
like-
pirate's favourite letter?
Arr.
You might think it'd be R, but the first loves the sea.
That was Potter.
Anyway,
Yeah,
enough rambling.
yeah. Welcome back to anyone that's bothered listening.
If you're 11 minutes into this shit heap, then you're here for the long haul, and I respect that. So
Yeah.
let's get cracking, and welcome back to Two Dice, One Baby.
Oh, two D's, one baby. Nice.
2D, well, that sounds a bit wrong going back to our roots, but
Oh yeah, natural 16.
yeah. Anyway, last session saw the bold adventurers leave Barovia with Irina and Ishmark on their wagon. They approached a crossroads whereby there was a gallows that was empty at the time. Unbeknownst to them, a lightning strike hit the wagon, crippling Ishmark underneath the wheel, and they were set upon by 4 dire wolves. The adventurers made short work of said wolves and rescued Ishmark, repaired the wagon, and where they were greeted by a friendly Vistani traveller who bid them join him at their camp just up the road at the Sayre Pool. Naturally, the adventurers went and enjoyed a bit of revelry with some medieval music being played, a bit of bardcore.
Oh yeah.
They
Surprised.
heard a story about a mad wizard who apparently fought Strahd over thousands of years ago and unfortunately lost his life. And then they were told that Madame Eva would be able to give them a reading. So the inquisitive sorts that they are, they went into Madame Eva's tent and were met by a powerful-looking old woman with a crystal ball who decided to tell them what their fates held and what the future had in store for them. Afterwards, they originally wanted to stay with the Vistani in the camp and leave in the day towards Valaki, but Irina and Ishmark wanted to get there as soon as possible, as to avoid any other issues. So the party set off and had a pretty uneventful trip on the way to Valaki. They came across an old windmill on a hill, which supposedly, according to the reading, holds something of use to them. But they thought, no, our main priority at the moment is Irina's safety. And they approached the gates of Valaki in the dead of night, where they were greeted in front of some heavy wrought iron gates by 3 torches being held by 3 burly-looking guards. And that is where we will pick up today's session, with the guard saying, "Who goes there?"
Hello. We go here. Hopefully right through if you'll let us pass.
"Who's we? Why out in the night?"
Oh, my name is Model C6 Gamma 12. I'm a warforged from Eberron. It is very nice to meet you, my friend. What is your name?
Never heard of it.
Do you
My
need to
name's
hear
Alec.
of it?
Well, yeah, because I'm the guard.
So if I told you I was at X place, you would let me in? Why do you need to know where I'm from?
Well, you might be part of the devil's retinue, as it were.
I will tell you that we are not part of the Devil's Retinue. Now will you let us in, please?
Well, that's exactly what someone who's part of the devil's retinue would say, wouldn't it now?
Look, mate, we're fucking here to deliver this girl safely. Without
What's your name?
Knowledge. My name's Elias.
Right, note that down. What were you saying? Something about a girl?
Well, we're trying our best to try and deliver this girl safely into this town, if you wouldn't mind passing through.
What's so special about this girl?
I do not think we need to give them the full details of this lady. We are just
No,
travellers.
I don't think so. We want to get
Well,
in. And
you think you're getting into Valaki with an attitude like that? You can think again, ain't that right, lads? Oh yeah, that's right, boss. Yeah.
I think
I'll
you have
just-
the attitude.
Well, I'm meant to. I'm a guard. I wouldn't be doing my duty if I let anyone in willy-nilly, would I?
You're not letting us in willy-nilly.
Han will speak up. And he'll say, "Unless you want a problem with Strahd down here, I suggest you let us pass."
Whoa! Don't say his name.
You scared or something, mate?
Yeah, too fucking right. I'm scared. Do you know who he is?
Yeah, we know who he is.
Why are you saying his fucking name then?
It won't conjure
'Cause
him,
if you
will it?
don't let us through, there'll be a problem.
What? All right, you're in league with him then, aren't you? How else are you going to cause a problem if you weren't in league with him, boys?
Oh, let's fuck these bitches up.
I do not
At
think
this
we
point-
need to do.
Irina starts to get a bit huffy and pushes past you, and she goes, "Excuse me, gentlemen. My name is Irina Kolyamna, daughter of Kolyan Konyevich, the Burgomaster of Barovia. If you don't let me in this instant, then my brother Ishmak and myself are going to be very unpleasant, and we will call a horde of angry Barovians to force down the gates." At this point, the guard looks a bit taken aback, and he peers a bit close and looks her up and down. begging your pardon, mistress, but the people you're keeping with don't exactly give out a lot of information. So I was
You
just
don't
being
need to
cautious.
fucking know it, mate.
Well, of course I do. What kind of night guard would I be if I just let a random party of adventurers who say they're not friends with the devil into the town? You could cause all manner of havoc.
I'll just spit on the floor.
Oh my god.
I'll have you know that is not acceptable inside the gate, so please refrain from doing so.
I think we've spent enough time fanning around here. Are you going to let us in or not?
Well, yes, but I'm going to have to go through some strict house rules set by the Burgomaster, and also going to have to take a inventory recorded down of your personal effects.
Why?
And I cannot let you into the town during the night, so you are welcome to sleep in the guard's tower until day, at which point you can get yourselves accustomed with the lovely town of Valaki.
Do you not know who we are with? She said it
Yes.
herself, and you still will not
Yes.
let us in?
No, I am letting you in. I'm letting you inside these gates. I'm not letting you inside the main part, as that's not allowed.
Says who?
Well, the Burgomaster,
Well, guess who we have here?
the daughter of a dead Burgomaster.
Right. Okay. Do what you will.
I'll look to Gamma and say it's fine. Let's just go with it.
Okay.
Can't we just drop her off and then leave? Like, we don't need to go here. Don't we have business at the windmill?
That is a good point.
Business. Oh, oops, pardon me.
Oh my god.
Business.
Business, you mean looting and plundering?
Oh yeah.
Um,
Maybe some cheeky arson as well.
Should we speak to Ishmak
No
and
arson.
Alina and ask them?
Yeah,
Excuse me,
probably
Alina.
that's-
Can I speak to you a minute?
Irina.
Of
Alina?
course.
Irina.
Sorry, Irina, I beg your pardon. Now we have arrived here. Will you be safe?
Potentially. I'm not quite sure what the outlay of Valaki is like. I would prefer if you could escort me to an old family friend.
Do you think that me and my party would be better off serving you, helping you make your way in, and ensuring you're safe? I feel if we just left you now, we'd have not fulfilling our duties towards you.
I believe so as well. If you can take me to Father Lucian in the Church of St. Andrel, then I dare say I'll be safe there and we can part ways.
Elias? V? Orin? Do you agree? Can we wait until the morning and escort the lady?
Yeah, let's
will-
get some shadow.
We will see it done.
Okay, let it be done. We shall escort you. Please, lead
Thank
on.
you. Okay, Alec. My party and myself are willing to spend the night in your guard tower, ready to be admitted into the city in the morning. Right. Stand back whilst the gates are risen, and please, no funny business. So you all take a step back, and slowly, with the two guards to the left of Alec, they start to pull heavily on some winches to the side, and the gate like creaks and shudders a little bit and slowly starts to rise. They don't lift it the whole way up; they lift it just high enough for people to walk under. Han, you're about what 6'2", 6'3"?
Yes, 6'3", I think.
You have to
He fucking wishes.
you have to bend like over to get into the gate. They haven't lifted it higher than your head.
Is it like a what kind of gate is it? Is it like an iron portcullis with like spikes on the bottom that sink into the ground?
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Mind yourself, yeah, that the spikes don't get you on your way under.
I'll put
Good one, Alec.
I'll put like one hand on my hat so it doesn't just fall off as I bend and stoop underneath that.
You don't want a Indiana Jones moment.
No, definitely not.
Right, so the guard then they release the winches and the gate comes slamming down into the earth, and they stand there in front of you. And Alec pulls out a clipboard with a quill, and he starts to write. So you said your name was C9 Gamma 4.
Just a bit. What was the name of the that alliance that you said, the Dark Alliance, that you were scared of?
Dark Alliance.
The name of the people, the Night Haunters or something like that.
Huh.
What
The
did he say?
devil.
Before?
I think he was just referring to like Strahd's followers as the devil.
Yeah.
Something.
What did he call
Or
it?
just like just a nickname. I don't think that's an official name,
Yeah,
is it?
it's not.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
he's
just
called
like
it, made it up.
Oh, I thought he said like, oh, you're not from the Devil's Horde or something, are you? That's what I
that's
thought.
just what he. Yeah, that what he
What
probably did, but
happened,
that's not an alliance. It's just
Oh
what he's
yeah.
called.
Oh, no, I was
Followers of Strahd.
I was gonna go. Ah, we are from the Devil's Alliance. I'm trying to scare him like as a joke, but obviously, that wouldn't be
No.
very funny. Okay, so
No.
okay. Yes, I am model C6 Gamma 12. Thank you very much. A Warforged from Eberron, if you must know.
Right, and you have got on yourself a silver short sword. Is that correct?
No, it is not correct.
What's that thing on your hip?
My hip? Oh, that is my Tinkerer's tool. I can magically transform it into whatever I wish.
Right.
So you can put down tool. That will suffice, I believe.
Yeah, that's about right for you. One tool.
You cheeky bastard.
Yourself said you were Elias the tame one.
What'd you say, mate? Can't hear you.
Elias the tame one.
I didn't say any such thing, mate. I said Elias the Grizzly.
Grizzly. Is that Grizzle?
I don't know. Ask your mum. She might know.
My mum was killed by the devil. That's not funny.
Oh, I think it's quite hilarious myself. But
I'll be making sure to keep a close eye on you. Personal effects, other than a prick of an ego, we have got a great axe. Miss Kolyanovich, you've got a sword. Your brother Ishmark, he's got 3 swords. Must be overcompensating for something.
I do find this guy very
you-
rude.
You little one, what's your name?
I kind of glance at V, like just taking the piss if he's talking to him. Me, and then I've got my name's Orin Garrick.
Right, I don't know how to spell that, so I'm going to call you Garrick, and he spells it Garek.
I kind of look how he spells it and just go, like a little snort.
Personal effects, 1 wooden staff. And you, man with the weird mask on, not sure, you must be ugly, not sure why else anyone would wear that, but what's your name, please?
Han will just like chuckle slightly under his breath, and then he'll just say V.
And do we spell that V-E-E?
V.
What, just 1 letter?
Correct.
Your parents were an imaginary bunch, weren't they?
They're dead.
Same as mine. Welcome to the club.
You've got proper sass this guard has, hasn't he?
Personal effects: 2 curved swords.
Is the curved element necessary?
Well, yeah, because if someone's been stabbed with something that looks like a curved sword, I know it's him, innit?
And do you think you have the capabilities to determine the method of stabbing from a blade and distinguish whether the blade was curved or straight?
Do you know how many stabbings I've seen?
No.
Many.
How many is that?
I don't need to give you a number.
Have you seen any stabbings?
Yeah, loads. And the other 2 guards sort of like... Right, let me go through these house rules then. Please do not interrupt whilst reading them out. So, once inside, the mention of the name Strahd is strictly illegal.
What was
even
that again,
in written
sorry?
form. No, not falling for it. Know that even now, as I have just said his name, it is the last time that you will hear it within these gates. Instead, you must refer to the aforementioned individual directly as the devil. This noble town holds a festival each week in honour of the residents' general merriment and continued support of the Burgomaster Baron Vargas Valakovich. As guests of Valaki, you will not be required to aid in preparation for our festivals. However, your attendance and participation in each and every festival is absolutely mandatory for the length of your stay. Failure to attend will be strict opposition to Valakian law. The next great Valakian festival, the Festival of the Blazing Sun, will be held in 3 days' time in the town square. Failure to comply with any Valakian law will mark you as criminals to our city, and you will be punished as such in accordance to our justice system. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask them.
What is the punishment for not adhering to it?
Adhering to what in particular?
The attendance of said festivals.
You will be put in the stocks in the centre of town wearing a plastered donkey head for the general amusement of the residents of Valaki.
Okay. And what if we don't want that to happen to us?
You will be beaten and submitted by the guards, one of them potentially being myself, and taken to the local jail.
And what if we
By
don't want
you.
that to happen to us?
If for any reason you kill anyone, unlikely, you will then be murdered yourselves by the captain of the guard, Ezek Stranzi.
So you're
Murdered?
not the captain then?
No, I am the night watchman.
Big words for a fucking night watchman.
I've actually got one of the most important jobs, I'll have you know, as I stop any untoward characters from coming inside Valaki.
You say
Did
so.
you know that the devil hasn't been seen in these parts for over 100 years?
Who's the
You
devil
mean
again?
Strahd?
Fucking right. Boys, take his personal effects. Two of the
Can't
guards.
believe a doorman's fucking scared of a name. What a
Two
pussy.
of the guards walk over to you and politely ask you to hand over your great axe.
I ain't fucking handing my great axe over to this cunt.
Please.
Wait, wasn't it Gamma that did the bad mouth thing?
I did it as well. Too.
I
No, Elias-
didn't mention
Elias
the name
said-
of the devil.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, look, please, Mr. Knightman, do not take his belongings. It was a joke. A simple evening midnight joke. Nothing
I
more.
will let you off this one time. However, from this moment onwards, any more fucking messing around, I will have all of the guards attack each and every one of you, regardless of who has committed the crime, regardless of if you are in the Lady Kolyanovic's presence as well. Do I make myself clear?
Bristol.
Good. You 6 can go into the tower there to your left and sleep on the floor. Enjoy your stay in Valaki. And with that, he turns his back on you and sets up just to stand watch at the gates.
We have wound
Question
him
for the
right up.
DM.
Yep.
Has the horse been seen to a stable and taken good care of?
Did we even
No,
arrive
it's,
at the horse?
it's the horse and the wagon is just stood outside of the gates.
They didn't let it through?
There wasn't space for it.
Oh, okay.
The horse gonna get eaten in the night.
Yeah. Oh, that's really sad. Anyway, carry on.
You're V, the monster warrior, the killer, the evil
Yeah, why do you give a
geezer.
fuck about
I-
horses?
Hey, you don't know. You know, I haven't told you everything of my backstory.
Fair enough.
Anyway.
He's into horses.
He's into
It's horses. Each to their own, each to their own.
Hmm.
Mm.
Sorry,
Right.
DM. Continue.
That was it. So you take your take your places inside the bottom of the guard tower, where you sleep on a cold stone floor and try and find what comfort you can for the night.
I'll
It's lit
sit up against
inside,
the
so-
wall, I think.
It's fairly warm indoors. There's a little bit of a chill, but you sleep through and have a peaceful night. You awake to the sound of the guards being relieved of their night duty by the day watch.
Can I go over to
no.
the day watch guard?
You can.
Oh god.
Are you gonna make a formal complaint?
I'll walk over. What's the appearance? How many guards is there? And what's the appearance like?
So there's 3 guards again. They're all decked out in sturdy leather armor. 2 have pikes, and 1 has a crossbow.
What's the most senior, sturdy-looking one?
He has the crossbow. They're standing like a triangle formation, and he's standing at the front of the gates.
Okay, I'm going to go over to him and say, "Good evening, or good morning, should I say, bold sir."
The name's Nimir.
Ah, good evening, Nimir. It is quite fortuitous that I have met you this morning. I would like your sincerest opinion on the night guards.
They're all right. You know, they do their job, make sure the place is safe and whatnot.
Can I ask, what is your relationship like with them? Do you get on well with them? Do you appreciate their job?
Well, they're not always night guards. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I'm a night guard. Say, it just changes whoever the shift pattern is.
Ah, he specifically stated that he was the night guard. I think he thinks he's better than you.
You're on about Alec, ain't you?
That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, Alec's a bit of a joker. He's got that air about him, some like self-grace kind of shit. But nah, just ignore him. He's harmless.
Okay.
No.
What was that noise, Jack?
What was
Oh,
that?
yeah, sorry, that was like the end. That was like the end of my yawn. Sorry.
Nah,
Is
nah.
that what it sounded like?
Yeah.
I was like, nah.
Did Alec at least go through the house rules with yourselves?
Meh.
Yes, my friend, we are completely familiar now with the house rules. We are aware of the devil and the name that we cannot repeat. I believe that he was telling the truth in that matter. I cannot utter the true name of the devil.
Yeah, mate, that's correct.
Okay. Is there anything that he might have missed?
Murdering is strictly forbidden.
Of course, as you would
I
expect.
hope so.
Is there any chance that you can see if our horse and cart is still out the front?
Oh, you mean that one? And he points to the same horse and cart that you rode in on, just grazing on some grass on the side of the road.
Is murder forbidden except for one night of the year?
The purge.
Can we do a purge?
I'll say.
There is no such thing as a purge in Dungeons and Dragons.
I will go.
Sure.
As you may or may not be aware, we are travelling with the lady over here and his brother. Would it be possible that you would be able to see to the horse and cart and ensure that the horse is well fed?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we'll put it into the warehouse where we store all the other kind of stuff, and it'll be fine there.
Thank you very much, my friend. We are travelling with a member of the party who has a particular interest in horses, and he'll be very happy to know that his horse is well looked after.
Yeah, we got words for those kind of people.
Oh, do please share.
No, I don't want that, mate.
Right, enough fucking about. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, before you go, I have a gift for you, as you are visitors of the Khan of Valaki. Whilst you are here enjoying your stay, for as long as that may be, you are each given a map of Vallaki. Enjoy. Each point is labelled. If you need to know what each point is, ask me now.
Right.
Where can we find the church?
The church is labelled as number 1 on your map, and that is on the far western side of the town.
So are we closest to number 5 currently?
You are. That is the warehouse / storehouse where you will find your horse and wagon.
It's a very pleasant-looking map. A very nice town indeed.
Well, Vallaki is a lovely place, and all is well.
What are the inhabitants like? Are they friendly people here generally?
Yeah, they're not bad.
How do they take to outsiders like ourselves?
A little bit of disdain sometimes, but you know, it's just natural.
Are there any highlights of the town we should check out?
Blinksy's Toys, the Blue Water Inn. There's a coffin shop if you know anyone that's died and you want to get them into a coffin.
Do you mean like coffin as in like
Get them into a coffin.
like a cough?
Yes, I'm afraid we do not travel around with dead bodies of people who have been killed or murdered around us. So I don't think we'll be wanting to get anybody into a coffin ourselves, personally.
Yeah, we
Well, I
dispose
mean,
of them
that's-
quite quickly, to be fair.
It's probably the best way to bound yourself, isn't it?
Of course.
Oh, on the edge of the town, they're not welcome inside via the Burgomaster's rule. There is a Vistani camp.
Ah, yes. What is your opinion of the Vistani? Or the general opinion of the people here?
They're a funny bunch. As I say, they're not allowed in, so we don't let them in.
And why not?
That's just Baron Vargas's rules.
Have they done something to offend you? Or the Baron?
He believes that they are in cahoots with the devil. Therefore, to invite them in would to invite the devil himself in, which would be horrifically bad. So, yeah, that's why.
I don't think the Night Guard mentioned why you do not like the devil here. Has he done something particular to you? Or your people?
Oh, not us in general, but he's just a bad person all round, isn't he?
I've never met the gentleman, or man, or creature, so I could not say. Have you
Ooh.
met him?
No, not personally, but I've heard stories about him, and he just doesn't sound like the kind of person you want to be around. I mean, he's a vampire.
Right then, let's get going, boys.
Okay. Good evening, or good morning, should I say, my friend, and good day. I'm sure we'll see you again in the future.
All is well.
Okay. Can we take the lady and the brother and head off into the town?
The lady.
The lady.
You can. So you walk past the main entrance of the gates and walk through number 5, which is a stockyard. The large stockyard has several locked sheds along its periphery and lies adjacent to a roomy warehouse. A wooden sign above the front gate reads Arasek Stockyard. Parked at the south end of the stockyard is a sturdy carnival wagon, its colourful paint peeling off. Faded lettering on its side spell out the words Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders. A heavy padlock secures the back door.
Ooh. The lady. Lady, are you familiar with this
Yes.
place? Have you travelled here before?
Only when I was much younger. I can't quite remember the town itself. It seems to be quite tense around here, and as Irina mentions this, you can sort of almost see the tension as the villagers of Vallaki did. Like, there's a lot of people milling about compared to Barovia. This looks like it's like a really bustling place.
Yeah.
But everything seems quite hurried and strained. There seems to be like a few forced smiles on their places. There's a lot of guards walking in and around the town, in pairs, making sure that no one is, being out of place, breaking any rules. There are a lot of wolves' heads stuck on pikes dotted around the town, and there's a few faded garlands of different colours that are drooping limply from different buildings.
Are they the same wolves that we dealt with before?
They're of the same nature, but they're not dire wolves. They're just not your average wolves.
Okay. I don't know about this, boys, but they keep saying all is well. Kind of makes me believe that not all is well.
All is not well.
All is not well.
It does
Maybe
appear
they're
to be
just
that way.
taking extra precautions for the festival.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's, you know,
Yeah,
the
true.
man who we can't say his name.
Voldemort.
Hmm.
All right then, Irina. Lead us to this place you need to go to.
The church, I believe the guard said it was at the far end of the town.
Let's make our way.
You follow through the town. As you get further in, where there's more houses situated, more people are out and about. There's a few market vendors trying to sell meats, different like pastries and whatnot. There's a few women just chattering in the street. It seems to be quite hushed. No one's talking outwardly loudly. Again, the guard presence seems to be heavier in the middle of the town. And you notice as you're walking to your left, a tall building which was pointed out to you on the map as being the coffin maker's shop. It's about 2 stories tall, and it has its sign shaped like a coffin above the front door. All of the window shutters are closed up tight, and a deathly silence surrounds the establishment. People tend to, when they're walking, they tend to just like kind of avidly avoid the place and make it clear that they're not walking nearby.
I feel like we should check this place out, my friends. It appears to have
Please.
a strange aura.
No, I first, please, to the church.
Right. Okay, you spoil sport, lady. I will obey your wishes.
I'll give Gamma a little gentle thump on the back of the shoulder for his
Clonk.
disrespect to the lady.
Like, tings off. I'll just have a little chuckle and carry on.
You walk further west, and then you take the southwest path, which leads down into a large open area, which is described as the town square. The shops and homes that enclose the town square are decorated with limp, tattered garlands, much like the rest of the town. Painted wooden boxes filled with tiny dead flowers. At the north end, at the centre of the square, stands a row of stocks, locked in which are several men, women and children wearing crude plastered donkey heads. In the centre of the square, the peasants in patchwork clothes eye you suspiciously, as they use cups and vases to draw water from a crumbling stone fountain off to the side. Standing tall in the centre of the fountain is a grey statue of an impressive man facing west. All around the square are posted proclamations. Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendants and children required. Pikes will be provided. All is well. The Baron.
Children required, and there's gonna be wolves head on pikes. What the fuck is wrong with this place?
As you approach, you see 2 guards walking with a new sign in hand. They rip out the old one and start to put the new one in and hammer it down. And it reads, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the festival of the blazing sun. Attendants and children required. Rain or shine, all is well. The Baron."
This appears rather peculiar. I understand that we do not want to stay here for this event, as we need to go back to the crazy Madame Lady so we can get our proper reading, as she will reveal more information to us, won't we? We need to make sure we're not here.
This place.
Exactly. It is
Right,
horrible.
let's quickly get this lady to her dwellings in the church and finally fuck off.
Yes, please continue.
You walk past the town square, eyeing the poor souls strapped in at the stocks. A few children have started to throw pebbles at the poor people. Well, not poor. They've broken some sort of rule, so they're rule breakers. Do they deserve it?
Is there a guard who's like keeping watch of them in the stocks, like maybe just standing a few feet off to the side, or?
One of the guards has actually walked over to the children and handed the bigger, like the largest children, a big sized rock instead of the pebbles they're picking up off the floor.
Can I walk over to the guard and ask, what is their crime?
That would be disobeying the Baron's rules and being naysayers.
What is a naysayer?
People who do not believe that the Baron is good for the town and that the festivals he holds are a waste of time. All is well.
Do you believe that the festivals that he holds are positive, and are you a good use of time?
Absolutely, it brings everyone out in good spirits, more money is spent, the town is bustling, and everyone has good time.
Yeah.
Do you believe that all is well?
All is well.
We have
So you
definitely
keep
got to
saying
come.
that, but I don't believe it.
We've definitely got to come back here after we've seen Ava again and pay the Baron a visit.
I want to see this Baron.
There's some shady stuff happening.
It's like fucking Stanford. It's like greater good.
Greater good.
Um,
Okay, we'll
yeah.
walk away from. Yeah, I can't really do anything at this moment in time to help those people. So yeah, we will press on to the church, please.
You walk past the center of the town where it loops in like a big horseshoe shape, coming up to a building on your right. It's a cramped shop and it has a dark entrance portico, above which hangs a wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse, with a large B engraved on both sides. Flanking the entrance are two arched, lead-framed windows. Through the dirty glass you see jumbled displays of toys and hanging placards bearing the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky." Outside is stood a man. He's dressed in purple and green clothing, almost that of a jester of a king's court. He's quite a portly man. He's got a large, chubby face with a small goatee and a rounded belly. On his shoulder appears to be a monkey.
Interesting. Can I go up and speak to this man?
Yep.
I'll go up and say, I'll do a slight bow. Hello, my friend. What is your name? And what is the name of the monkey that you have there?
Name's Blinsky. Monkey called Piccolo.
Hello, Blinksky. Hello, Piccolo. What is your purpose here?
Make fun toys for everyone to enjoy.
What type of toys do you make, Mr. Blinsky?
Only the best dolls.
And what do the dolls look like?
Come in, I will show.
Do you want to go in, guys? I'll turn round to the party and ask if they want to go in. Lady
We'll
Irina.
come back later.
Mrs. Lady. We don't want to go in? Sorry, Mr. Blinsky. I'm afraid we're not going to enter today.
Okay, come back anytime. I'll show you my toys.
Steady on.
Sorry, compose. It's fine.
Okay. Shall we continue then, lady?
Please.
Let's lead the way then.
I take it because he's just like a magical construct that she's not fussed about him just calling her lady all the time. I presume
No,
she doesn't care much.
She's just sort of just taking it in a stride, really. I think she's more bothered about getting to the church and finally being free from the site of Strahd.
Noted.
Opposite Blinsky's toys is a larger building, larger than any you've seen so far. It appears to be a mansion. Its walls are plastered stone that have displayed many scars where the plaster has fallen away from age and neglect. Drapes cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance doors. Lots of people are coming and going from this, including guards. There are a lot of just standard Valachian civilians who are seen to be carrying twigs in and out of the mansion, heading back towards the town square.
Twigs.
Yeah, bundles of twigs.
Bundles of twigs. What the fuck? Can I stop one of them and ask them a question?
Yep, you stop a slightly older woman who looks a bit pissed off, really, as though she's having to be forced to do this. You know, she looks like she's hunched over as though she suffers from back pain. She doesn't walk the best, but she's carrying quite a large bundle of twigs, more than she can kind of cope with, because she wants to get her gift done with quicker, sooner rather than later.
Okay.
What is it you want?
Hello, my dear. Might I first off start by saying you're looking very lovely today. The second thing I would like to mention to you is I would like to ask you a question. Could you please explain why you're carrying such a large volume of sticks for such a woman with a small stature like yourself?
It's to build the big sun for the Festival of the Blazing Sun. We're going to set fire to it as per the Baron's wishes.
Ah, thank you for your time.
Can I go?
Of course, I'm not holding you hostage.
And she walks off.
Bloody fucking stupid
This
visitors stopping at my job.
This is not hand thinking out loud. This is just me. Like, I have a horrible feeling that if they're setting fire to shit, something a bit more nefarious might be about to happen.
What was the festival called again?
The Festival of the Blazing Sun.
I just have
People
like,
get burnt.
I just have bad vibes about this.
I feel like I might be going to be burning a person alive.
Burning the naysayers.
We'll have to. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, let's just get her into this chat. Let's get her safe. How long have we been walking, by the way? I presume you could cross this place in about 15-minute walk tops.
Yeah, it's not
20 minutes.
It's not too bad. You've probably been with the stops that you've done. Probably about half an hour's passed from when you first set off the guard from the guard tower.
Okay. Yeah. We'll continue westward.
You walk along the main pathway now, which cuts through the center of the town, almost dissecting it perfectly. Leaving behind the hustle and bustle, it goes to a quieter section. On your right hand side, there is a orphanage, which has its door open, but there's no children playing outside. You can't see into the interior of it, but it looks like it's active. You walk past that and head towards the end of the town, where you are greeted by slouching centuries-old stone church. It has a bulging steeple in the back, and the walls lined with cracked, stained glass windows depicting pious saints. Fence of wrought iron encloses a garden of gravestones next to the church. A thin mist creeps among the graves.
Ooh. Are you sure you want us to take you into here, lady?
Yes, St. Andrew was a very devout saint and a pious man. I am sure this is hallowed ground and no evil will touch me here.
Well, completely up to you. We are trying to protect you, and if you think you'll be protected best here, I think that is fine. Orin, what do you think?
What did you say again? Sorry.
Orin is in a different universe right now.
What, just leave real?
I feel like Oren would be like deep in like a book, just reading up on
Do you know
some
what I was doing? I
tomes
was
or
reading
some
those
spells.
things. Those that like thing, the readings we have.
The card readings.
Yeah.
God,
Fair enough.
do you think this is a safe place for the lady to stay on her own?
Well, I mean, if she thinks it's safe, then it's up to her, innit?
I think we should just go in and check.
I hope we do not find. Yeah, I'm not going to say that.
What?
Oh,
Go on, no, you got to say it
I'm not
now.
gonna say-
You got to say it now.
It's fine.
Nope.
It's fine.
No. I don't think we should move past until we found out what Abs was going to say.
No.
That's probably safer that he doesn't, given his reputation.
Okay. We'll find out later.
Yep. Let's go in.
You open the wooden double doors of the church. It's built very similar to the church back in Barovia, although not in such a dilapidated state. The benches aren't broken and torn up. Whereas Barovia's church had been under countless attacks from the dominions of Strahd, this one looks, well protected. There doesn't seem to be any signs of attack, as though like a large holy presence protects it. Inside, there sits a priest kneeling at the altar at the front in prayer. Next to him is a young boy in smaller priest robes as well, praying alongside him. There's an old woman sat in the far left of one of the pews, silently sobbing to herself, and a couple of others, a small family over to the right, sat in silent prayer.
For fuck's sake. I was literally going to walk in and do a perception check for young boys, and there's one right next to the priest.
Jesus Christ.
No, Jesus can't help him.
Young boys.
That's the point.
Jesus can't help you now.
I was literally going to do that.
By the way, boys.
In church, no one can hear you scream.
Random thing when I was reading those things, one of the cards that was read out. Look for an entertaining man with a monkey. The man is more than he seems.
Oh, I'm going to
guessing
go back
refers
to
to that
Mr.
geezer.
Blink's.
Yeah, we'll go back to him.
Well spotted, Garrett. We'll pay him a visit once we're done here.
Can I make a perception check for any tubs of Vaseline?
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, make a perception check.
Reject his request, DM. Reject it.
And when I say Vaseline, I mean any form of lubricant on display in the church.
No,
I don't think somehow
make a
they won't
perception check.
display that.
Yeah, imagine that's something like advertised.
7.
It's the main deity of this world. I mean, I can't say Strahd, can I?
A 7.
God.
A 7. DM.
A 7. No. You don't notice anything other than a picture of what appears to be altar wine.
Okay. You can never be too careful with these.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
I would say this is a family show, but it most certainly has never been that.
It fucking is not.
So you six are stood at the main doorway of the church. No one has really noticed that you've entered at the moment. So what would you like to do?
Well, now that we can see no diddlers, I think we should maybe see where this person is that's going to take the lovely young lady off our hands.
Yeah, we haven't not seen any diddlers. We've just seen no proof of diddling.
No proof of diddling, yeah.
Well, we don't know that old priest is not a diddler.
Yeah, there's probably a basement here somewhere.
What?
There's probably a basement here somewhere.
I just want the audience to know, for the record, I am the only one now of the group that refuses to partake in any of this riffraff.
So you don't?
Maybe we found our diddler.
So yeah. Oh,
Recovery.
me the diddler. So are you not concerned that this priest could be doing a bit of diddling?
It's definitely not what would be going through Gamma's mind right now. Let's just look for the main guy.
Gamma
Be the
does what
diddler.
Gamma
I think
is.
we've got the name for the episode.
The
Maybe that's
diddler.
what Gamma's actually programmed to do.
Detect
Find
diddlers.
Pedo
diddlers.
hunter.
Detect diddling. I've got a keen eye for it.
Pedo hunter. Love it.
DM, please put a stop to this.
I've asked you what you want to do, and it's no one said.
we're
Just
finding the
go.
guy. We're gonna right, Irina. Where can we find the man you seek?
I dare say it's the priest at the altar.
And then okay, I guess we'll yeah, let's go, and then we'll just slowly walk as a group. I will walk up front with Irina alongside me, and she's like very like independent and stuff, so I presume that she'd like call out, and I don't need to like introduce her or whatever because she's not a child. So I'll just walk up front with her, and we'll just sort of walk up towards the
Whilst
priest.
on the lookout for any Nancy behaviour.
Yeah, please make a perception check for Vaseline.
She
Make an
Sort of
investigation check.
clears her throat, and the priest, brought out of his reverie of praying, stands up and looks a bit flustered. Oh, hello, young lady. How is it that I may help you? You are Father Lucian Petrovich, are you not? Yes, correct. My name is Irina Kolyana, and I seek refuge here in your church. Refuge? My dear, whatever from? The devil? Oh, indeed, you're from Barovia, aren't you? Yes. My brother Ishmark and I were children of the burgomaster, Kolyan. For whatever reason, the devil seems to have taken a liking to me. So far, I've refused his advances multiple times, but that doesn't seem to have stopped him. Oh, you poor thing. Of course, you can stay. I must confess, though, this place has recently had a heinous thing happen to it.
Oh God! Pass from one devil to the next.
The bones of St. Angel, they have been stolen. This place is no longer a consecrated place. It is no longer protected from evil. I am praying to the morning Lord night and day to hopefully bestow the presence upon it again. We must find the bones. Irina looks a bit shaken, as though her only hope of safety and protection has been snatched away from her. She turns around to you and she looks at the floor and slowly looks up. My friends, I hate to ask this of you, but if possible, could you find these sacred bones of St. Angel and return them to the church? Otherwise, I fear I will be no safer here than in Barovia, or if I was just on the old Svalich road. I ask this one last thing of you, as a friend.
Han will look at her and nod, and then look to the priest. Where do we start?
Well, only myself knew about the location of the bones, naturally. But poor Yeska here, he has recently come out of the orphanage. He had a terrible time of it. His family, his mother, father, and sister were all murdered in front of him by some crazy cult fanatics. He could not get on with the other children at the orphanage. They bullied him and laughed at him. So out of pity, I took him under my wing, and he's training to become a fully fledged priest. I told him about the location of the bones to give him some glimmer of hope, to take away his pain and suffering, and show him that not all evil
I'm
dwells
sure
in the
you
world.
took
And...
great care of him.
Ooh, naturally.
But he found your bone pretty easily.
Beg pardon?
Lovely.
Right. In order for us to find these bones, I believe an investigation is in order. Right. Nobody will leave this room. When did you last find that they were missing?
2 nights ago.
Right.
And who else knows about the whereabouts of these bones?
Just me and poor Yeska.
So Yeska has taken the bones.
I doubt it. He has no reason to.
Well, that just leaves you then.
Or why
You're
would I
in
steal
too.
my own bones?
Please.
Just looking at the logical facts,
Elias,
sir.
Elias, please. I am understanding that we need to conduct a formal investigation. There is no need to escalate this any worse than it is. We can have a separate interview with both the small boy and the creepy priest, and we will get to the bottom of this. Okay? We are taking full control of it now. Lady, rest assured that everything is under control.
Yeah, well, literally say creepy priest out loud, just for the record. Did he say that out loud, or?
Yeah, I think so.
I just picture right now that you've got you're taking charge. You got like a monocle on. You got a mustache out of nowhere, just stuck on your metal face. Maybe a top hat,
The whole
a
works. The
pocket,
whole
a
works.
pocket watch.
The works.
Sherlock Gamma.
Sherlock Gamma. Okay, I'm gonna address everybody in the room. It is now at this point where we realise we understand and know that a crime has been committed. However, we do not know the perpetrator. Therefore, it is incredibly important that we retrace our steps to determine all possible outcomes. The first thing I bring to your attention is that bones are missing. The second thing is that only 2 people know of the location that we are aware of. Assuming that to be correct, either the creepy priestman or the boy stole the bones, unless a third person mysteriously happened to know or find out about the location of the bones. That being that somebody could have told them, such as the boy, in exchange for money. Now, I think that Garrick will have a good solution. He has a clever brain. Isn't that right, Garrick?
I'm glad you think so. Well, let's just say I have some spells that can find out the truth.
Oh.
Precisely.
Oh shit!
Garrick, where do you want to start?
I think we should start off with a boy. The priest's obviously been the priest of this church for years, so he'd have no reason to steal the bones. Obviously, the boy's only just come out of an orphanage, so
I don't know, unless he's been
my
corrupted.
suspects with him.
He'll be working with Strahd, you never know.
Should we interview
See-
him? Go on.
Is the kid? Sorry, DM. Is the kid in the church currently?
He was literally kneeling next to the priest at the altar. At
Oh,
this
okay.
point, whilst this conversation's ongoing, he's looked up and he looks a bit tearful, but more out of he's frightened.
Okey-doke. I was
How
hoping
old's
we
the
could
boy?
summon him over from across the room with boy, but we cannot.
How old is the boy?
If he's-
Yeska is about 6.
Jesus.
Yeska Noska. Okay. I think we need... Are there any private quarters here that we can use to interview everybody?
You could use my chambers. They're just off to the left. He points to a door on the western side of the church.
I'm going to say, we don't want to scare the boy and bring back bad memories. Have you got anywhere where horrible things might not have been inflicted to the boy?
Well, Yeska's room is over there on the east, but it's nowhere near large enough for anyone of your size or an adult to go in.
Right. How about...
In your room, priesty.
I also think we need to investigate the room where the bones were, see if there's any clues been left in there. Maybe there's some cloth or some sign who's stolen.
What do you want to do first? Interviews or investigate the area?
We can investigate the room. Go straight to that.
Okay. Change of
Because
heart.
someone could like tarnish it.
We will
while
come
we're
back for the
interviewing.
interviews. We are going to investigate the crime scene.
Okay.
Can my my catchphrase, like, theme tune play?
I was
You know, like the old Batman cartoons where he like does like a spinny thing. Where it's like,
Yeah, and then we all gonna
yeah,
I was,
that's just
I was, I was half expecting like when like before, just before like Gamma like went off with his speech like addressing everyone, he just gave like that really iconic like Law and Order the intro
It's like,
or like
dun.
the SVU thing where it does like that little speech. It's like these are their stories, and he's just like opened it up with like just talking to himself and then just turned to everyone. Bum bum.
No. Let's go and investigate the crime scene.
Father
Whilst that's
Lucian.
happening, I will keep an eye on the priest and the boy.
Father Lucian stands up, and he goes over to the altar, and he pushes down on the left-hand side onto a loose stone. At this point, you hear a large mechanism from underneath click open. He then looks at you, Elias. My bones aren't what they used to be. Would you mind giving the altar a bit of a push?
Sure.
Make a
That's
strength
probably-
check for me.
Strength check. Okay.
Don't mess it up.
Let's hope not. I mean, to be honest, hiding them under the altar isn't exactly like the most secretive place, is it?
Well, this proves that somebody strong needs to move it, assuming that you need quite a strength check.
20.
But you
Bang.
walk over and push the altar. Doesn't take that much effort, and it like sort of like grinds across the floor, opening a small set of stairs that descend about 5 feet into darkness. The priest takes some candles off the top of the altar and walks down the steps. I take it you follow him.
Yep.
He walks further down. It descends probably about another 5 feet, and then he pushes open a wooden door that is unlocked. There's no actual lock to it. And inside is a small crypt which holds a stone sarcophagus in the middle. Yeah. On top of the sarcophagus are the bones of what appear to be St. Andro laid out, but missing is the skull, a thigh bone, and a index finger.
Skull, thigh bone, and index finger.
Yeah.
So
So
is
like
it-
a perfect skeleton has been laid out, but those 3 bones are missing.
Can I look around? Is there any other ways to get into these crypts that I can see?
Make a perception check.
19.
No, it is pure stone overhead and around. The only thing inside is this sarcophagus, dimly lit now by the candle that Father Lucian is holding. The only way in and out is through the door and up the stairs that you've just come down.
Can I see what's
Father
the ground?
Lucian,
Carry on. Carry
Can
on.
I ask you a question?
Are you asking the priest?
Yep.
Yep. What would you like to know?
Why is it, in particular, the skull, thigh bone, and index finger have been taken?
I don't believe that's actually important. Whoever has stolen the bones must have done so in a rush, and they took whatever was closest to them.
If you forgive me for insinuating, but how could anyone else have known about this? Either you've told someone, or the boys told someone.
That would narrow down your investigation, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
I can assure you, as a man of good faith and honesty, the only person I have told is poor young Jeska.
And can I make an insight check, please, on him?
You can?
16.
He's genuine. He's a very dedicated priest.
Can I look at
Can I
the
make like an investigation check on the sarcophagus? just to see if there's anything been left behind. Maybe if anyone's opened it, so maybe like, don't know, maybe someone got like some of their clothing material caught in there, or there's any signs of.
Yeah,
I mean, like if anyone's been down here.
make a perception check or investigation even.
16. 16.
16.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. There's no scraps of clothes. The floor is stone, so there's no boot prints or anything left underneath.
I'll ask him a question. Would you say that these bones are valuable?
Monetary? No. For the purpose of holiness and hollowness, extremely.
Do you know of anybody else who would want to obtain these?
I can't think of anyone. The only people who come and go from the church are my flock, and you can see all of them upstairs, but they have no idea where the bones are kept. They had no idea about the bones, and no one from my flock is entered past 10 o'clock. I retired to my chambers at about 11. The doors are locked. The only two people inside the church at that point are myself and Jeska. Milivoy, a local boy who lives at the orphanage, he tends the graves for the Baron, but he is not a religious boy and does not come in to pray.
What is the significance of these bones? Do they have magical properties, or are they purely of holy relics?
With all bones in place and a perfect skeleton, this place becomes hallowed ground, safe from evil eyes and powers of evil.
So that would imply that somebody has removed them to ensure that this place is no longer safe. Perhaps somebody knew that we are bringing the lady here, and that they would be able to snatch her if we were to leave her here. Is that an assumption that we might like to make, Gary?
That is
and
a
Lucian?
potential.
I mean, if it was hallowed ground before, could that person have got to the temple and take the bone?
What
if we're implying who we think it is?
I'm thinking a minion of the devil himself might have performed this action in order to steal her away, knowing full well that she would come here.
Yeah, I think we need to speak to the boy. We're not going to find out anything else down here. I've had a check and there's no signs of anything here or any clues down here. Yeah. I think our best bet now is to speak to the boy. The boy.
The boy.
Boy.
Of course.
To me.
Go for it. Let's. It's getting me very, very suspicious, I must say, indeed. Thank you, Lucian. Can we please now have words with the boy?
Yes, by all means. I'll escort you back up. Lead you out of the crypt and up the stairs, closing the door behind him. He clicks the same button and the altar moves back in place. Jeska is still there, kneeling where he was before, kneeling beside.
Who wants to interview him?
Should we, we're going to take him into like a different room with Saskia, just in case the priest tries to have an influence or something, where he might feel uncomfortable speaking in front of the priest if he has done something wrong.
I do. Oh, I'm happy just to let Gamma or Garrick do the interviewing. I'm content you got this. It's your showtime.
Okay. Garrick, do you have any questions for the boy?
I think we should start off, quite easy. We don't want to go in, accuse him straight away. We should ask him, where he was at the time, if he saw anything.
What's his
And then
name?
if I feel like he's lying, I can, is it Yaskir or something?
Yeska.
Oh, Yaska, I'm thinking of fucking the witch trainer.
Yeah.
Yaska. But
Okay.
I feel like we're not getting any information out of it, maybe I can cast a suggestion spell to try and get the truth.
If the suggestion spell is harmless, let's start with it. Save time.
But if it fails, but I feel like I've got to be fucking. I can't speak specific with what I ask. So
Okay.
I feel like we need to hone in a bit first.
Are we there in front of the boy then, DM?
Yeah, he's kneeling down beside you at the moment.
Okay. My small friend, please do not fear. We only want to ask you some questions to understand what has happened here. Can you please answer as honestly as possible?
He slowly nods his head.
We are not here to hurt you, we just want to know the truth. Now, do you know about the bones?
Again, he nods his head.
Can you tell us what you know about them?
They are special.
Do you know how to access them?
No, only just found out now. With Father Lucian showing you.
Have you told anybody else about the bones? The
He
location?
nods his head.
Who have you told?
He shakes his head.
You haven't told anybody?
He shakes his head.
So you can tell us, boy, we're here to help.
We won't
Again,
hurt you.
he shakes his head vigorously. He looks down.
Can I make a charisma check or something? I want to see if he's
I'm gonna
trying
ask
to
you,
hide something.
were you here? What did you say? Sorry, sorry.
I just want to try and make a charisma check, see if he's lying to us or trying to hide something, or I can tell if he's really scared.
Insight or something.
Yeah, make an insight check.
Okay.
I'll ask him. I'll be like, were you here the night the bones were stolen or went missing? Did you see anything?
He shakes his head. No, I was asleep.
Are you scared to tell us who you told about the bones in case they might hurt you?
He looks up and nods.
Okay, I'm gonna. Can I?
Is that person from this town?
Again, he nods.
Is this person nearby?
He sort of looks around and shakes his head.
I'm gonna. Is the priest inside? Is Lucian inside?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him over. I'm gonna click my fingers. Lucian, priest, please come over here.
He slowly gets up off his knees where he was praying again and slowly walks over. Yes.
My friend, I have interviewed the boy. I must ask you a question. Is there anybody else that works on behalf of yourself or near here and frequents this place on a regular basis?
I do not pay him. He is paid by the Baron, but Milivoy, a local lad, lives at the orphanage just up the road. He tends the graves.
He's a grave digger.
Yes.
I'm going to look down at the boy. My young friend, was this person the person who you told?
He nods his head and bursts into tears.
I'm gonna. Please do not cry. It is not a problem. You're only small. Did he bribe you? Did he hurt you for this information? Did he pester you?
No, he he just said he needed to know.
Well, do not fear,
Did he say
young man.
why, or was that it?
He didn't give a reason. He just asked and kept asking.
Ah, do not worry, do not worry. It is not your fault. You were merely taken advantage of. Father, Orin, V, Elias, my lady, Ishmark, I believe we have a lead.
Anyone else?
Like, forget someone out there. That man in the corner.
Yeah,
that
anybody else?
woman.
We have a lead. And now, let it not be said that Gamma has found a prudent lead and has used his nose to spot out the faintest of scents along the trail. We shall now investigate and understand and find reason in the simplest of things.
I'll just like whisper to Elias, like, I thought he said he didn't have a nose.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm looking at his
He
face.
literally
So he's
doesn't.
got a
I
nose.
can't. He doesn't have a nose.
I'll look to the father and say, Father, when is Milivoy due to return to perform his grave work?
He hasn't been to work in about
2 days.
no about it's been about 4.
So
The Mistress Belasco, the owner and proprietor of the orphanage, said he's fallen ill, quite ill recently. I pray for him. He's a good lad.
Where can he be found?
The orphanage, it's just up the road, probably about a 5-minute walk.
I'll bet you know where that is.
Will, I'm going to turn to Lucian and say...
He just looks perplexed at your comment.
I'll say, will the lady and Ishmark be safe with you here while we go and try to find Milivoy?
Of course, they are welcome. And Irina nods her thanks, and she sort of goes and takes a seat at one of the pews. Ishmark walks over to her and puts his hand on her shoulder, and they have a quiet conversation. She looks a bit sad, but he gives her a squeeze, almost of reassurance, and he walks over. My friends, what you have done for me is very much appreciated. No, you will always have a friend in Barovia, for I will return. It is my duty to rule that town. I cannot leave its people as they are. I understand it will be perilous, but fear not. I will be okay. Should you need, call on me anytime. I will come. And with that, he takes one last look around and starts to leave the church.
We just as a quick question to the group, had we brought up to Irina yet about the 2 out of 3 bites and stuff, or have we just... Because I know we discussed it back when we first got to their house in Barovia, but I'm not sure if we ever had her just alone in a room to tell her about that.
Say that again.
So she's obviously had 2 bites, and what, I don't know whether it was what Han knows or what Garrick knows about having the 3rd is when you could be turned. Have we warned her of that yet? Have we had a moment alone with her to tell her, or have we not?
I think she's probably got a good idea, probably.
Before we leave, because I presume maybe, are we going back to Madam? Oh God, there's so much to this town, that still needs to be looked at. Are we?
We need to suss out this town first,
We need to get these bones
before. Oh yeah, that is true. That is the next step. Okay. We don't need to talk to her now then, because we'll be probably back and forth a little bit. So...
You've got 3 days to wait until
The
you
next
can
reading.
have a reading from Madam Eva. So you may as well
Oh, okay.
make the most of being in a secure location.
Okay, no
Do you think we
worries.
should? Do you think we should see if she wants to actually just come with us, like while we're investigating this, because the church isn't really going to be safe for her now, while this,
That's a
while
good
the
point.
relics are gone.
And she could be of help as well. Yeah, that's I'm all for that. Yeah.
Okay, go and ask her, I guess.
So, can I go over and ask her that then, DM?
Yeah, she sort of smiles at you and looks a little bit longingly, and she goes, "Thank you, Garrick. I would love nothing more than to help you with your quest and adventure, especially as it is for my sake. But I fear since my father's death, I have had no real time to mourn and grieve. This is a perfect place for me to sit in solitude and take some time for myself. So if it's okay with you, I wish to remain here with my thoughts."
It is up to you. I was just concerned that if we leave you in this church and there's no, magical barrier protecting it, we don't know whether, the devil, as I refer to around here, can get to you.
That being said, the devil could get to me anywhere, even with brave and strong adventurers as you. I feel like I'm more in danger being in your presence, as rumor has it, and from stories told, Strahd. She looks around as if anyone's heard her. No one's really noticed. And the devil, he apparently likes a challenge, and I feel that you four are the biggest challenge he will receive yet.
Okay.
Then we should go and find these bones. If you want to be left in solitude to mourn, that's your decision. I won't deter you from it.
Thank you, Garrick. I eagerly await your return, all of you.
Okay, should we go and try and find Millavoy then?
Let's go.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah!
Hell yeah.
Okay, where is he located, or is it local? Do we know the place?
You walked past the orphanage on your way to the church.
Do we need to go past the monkey man? Binksy.
No.
Binksy.
He's further into the village, the town.
So when do you want to save that for?
I thought we should just do this.
We'll find the bones and then.
This mission now. This quest.
Okay.
It's like on fucking Skyrim when you look at your quest log and you got about 300 in there.
One small favour off RuneScape, it's just thing after another.
Let's go for it then. Let's go and find Millavoy. Let's go to the orphanage.
Yep. So you leave the church, and it doesn't take you long, as about 5 minutes, as Father Lucian said, and you find Miss Belasco's orphanage. It's a 2-story building, but it's quite wide. The door, as I say, is wide open, and I take it you enter into the doorway.
Yep.
You're greeted with a hallway in front of you, with 2 rooms either side. Doors to the rooms are open. One of them looks to be a study. The one to your right-hand side appears to be a kitchen, at which you can see 2 children cooking some food into a large pot over a fire. The hallway leads down ahead of you, and then you can see some stairs to the left, which obviously branch up to the second floor, with 2 rooms either side of the hallway as well.
Any sign of movements or any children around?
There's 2 children in the what's it called? The kitchen to your right. There's no one. There appears to be no one in the study.
Can we go into the kitchen and see if who the kids are?
Yep. So you walk in, and the orphans look up at you with wonder on their eyes. As usually when an adult other than Miss Belasco enters, it means that one of them may be being adopted.
I'll say, good evening, children. My name is Gamma. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm only here to question you. Now, does anybody know where I can find a child named Milavoy?
He's upstairs in his bedroom.
Okay.
Miss Belasco says we're not going. No one is. He's very ill.
We will be the judge of whether he is ill or not. We can help him.
Have you seen a knife?
What?
Well, me and Elizabeth here, we were meant to be preparing dinner. We've gone to cut up the meat, and the knife's gone. We're going to get whipped for it.
I'm going to turn to the rest of my companions. There we go. Be careful. There might be a knife in his hand.
Okay. Proceed with caution.
Someone make a perception check for me.
I got 10.
You notice on the young boy and the young girl, both have like dark bruises on their arms. Elizabeth, she has like 3 sort of splotched up and down, whereas the young boy has like a large one on like his bicep.
I'll kneel down next to the kids and be like, what are these marks on your arms? Has anyone been hurting you?
I don't know. We woke up one morning and they were there. None of us really know. The other children, Bogan and Danya, they have them as well. Laszlo, he's suffering from back pain, but he has done no work to aggravate it. It all seemed to start about 6 months ago when a young boy called Felix came to the orphanage.
Where is this Felix?
Felix, he sort of comes and goes. Miss Belasco is very unhappy with him, but while she's mean, she's our only source of security and protection, and I know deep down she cares for us all. But Felix seems to sneak out every now and then. He often gets all of us into trouble. And then, like Elizabeth starts to nudge the boy. Emmerich, you haven't told them. You haven't told them about Lyle. Oh, yes. We had a friend Lyle who lived at the orphanage with us, and one morning he woke up and his throat was slit. Miss Belasco said that it was a horrible, unfortunate accident, but I don't quite see how it could be.
I think we need to see this Miss Belasco. Can you point me in the direction of her office?
She'll be in her study. It's upstairs and the second door on the right.
Okay. Right then, I'll start walking upstairs to her study.
I'll follow.
Yeah, I'll join.
I will join too.
As you walk down the hallway to the stairs, you see a living area which has got 2 children playing on the floor, holding 2 toys, which appear to have a striking resemblance to Irina. Both toys are exactly the same. And then to your right on the other is a smaller sort of pantry where good dry food and other goods are stored. And obviously the stairs are to your left-hand side, down the bottom of the hallway.
Okay. Yeah, can I knock on the door of the study then?
The play area.
Is that where the
You haven't gone upstairs yet. This is what you've seen as you approach the...
no, yeah, I'll go upstairs.
Okay. So you walk upstairs and you go to the second room on the right. As you pass, you look to your left and you see a larger room which appears to have 6 bunk beds. You're guessing that's where the orphans live together. And then you walk over to what the children told you was the study, and you knock on the door. You hear some rustling of some papers and some footsteps approach, and the door swings inwards, and a tall, striking woman in about her early 50s. She has brown hair shot through with grey, tied up into a bun. She wears a dark blue dress, cinched at the waist, and has a book in one hand. Yes? How may I help you?
Hello there. We are here as an investigation on behalf of the church. I would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Anything for Father Lucian. He's a devout man and a lovely soul. Please, come in. She takes a seat behind her wooden desk. There's no chairs for you. You're all standing.
Okay. So, we seem to have found out you have quite a few interesting kids here.
Yes, all my orphans are lovely children, deep down, albeit a bit petulant and a bit mischievous at times, but nothing that a good whipping doesn't get into shape.
I mean, a kid's throat being slit doesn't really sound like
That was a most unfortunate accident.
If that doesn't really make sense, how can that be an accident? Pretty obvious.
I have no actual answer. 1 minute he was sitting in the garden by himself. The next minute his throat is cut and he's bleeding out and dying in my arms.
And you don't suspect any of the children?
He was alone by himself.
And you were watching him the whole time?
No, I was in my study.
So you didn't see what happened to him?
No, of course not.
So you don't know that no one killed him then?
Well, I suppose so, but I keep a register of all my children and their locations.
It seems suspicious that you would assume this is an accident with the heinousness of the crime.
I can't explain it. It's baffling.
So if you know the location of all the children, where's Felix now then?
Felix, he should be in his room.
Can you take us to see him, please?
Of course. And she gets up a bit flustered and leads you down the hallway to the orphanage, where you saw all the bunk beds. Felix? Felix? She looks around and starts to lift up the covers, and he's always playing tricks, that wicked boy. Opens the cupboards and rustles the clothes around. He's not here.
So it appears you don't know where they all are?
Well, most of them are that I do all the time. I can tell you that Emmerich and Elizabeth are downstairs cooking.
Where's Milivoy?
What was that other boy's name?
Where's Milivoy?
Milivoy, he's in his room next to where my study is. He's been taken ill for the past 4 days.
We're going to
He
speak
looks
to him.
terrible. I must protest.
I deny the words that you just said. We shall see him.
If we see him, we might be able to save him in the long run.
Well, the potions of healing that I buy seem not to be doing much for him, so
I
suppose
healing
it can't hurt.
capabilities, of course. Take us to Milivoy.
She takes you to the room next to where her study is, and she takes off from her waist a set of keys, and she finds quite an old brass one, puts it into the lock and unlocks it. And she opens the door, and you hear a scream from Miss Belasco as standing in front of the door, smiling as she opens it, is a young boy. Milivoy is lying on the bed, sweating profusely and obviously in some form of discomfort. And this young boy is just standing there with his arms folded, with a huge grin on his face and a black pendant over his clothes around his neck.
Oh my
Felix, how did you get in here? The door was locked. I don't have an answer for that, Miss Velasco.
What are you doing to this child?
Doing nothing, sir.
Demon boy, give me your pendant at once.
No, you can't have this. This is mine.
Where did you get it from?
Mum and Dad.
Who is Mum and Dad?
My mother and father, before they died.
I need to inspect it a second. Please pass it here.
I don't think you want to do that.
Why not?
Can we see what's on the pendant?
It's just a black jewel.
What?
I'll make a perception check for the knife.
Yep.
I'm going to push past as well and try and go over
13.
to Milivoy.
You push past Felix and sort of like barge him a little bit with your arm, and he falls to the floor. And rather than a child's voice exclaiming sort of surprise and shock, you hear
Anybody got
emanating from him.
what do you call it? What's the purgy thing? Anyone got an exorcism spell?
The purgy thing.
I don't know. This kid seems like he needs to get
spell.
booted out the fucking window, to be honest.
Is there not? Garrett can surely do like a magic, like check or arcana check on him, surely, or something.
I mean, yeah, I could do an arcana, I guess. I don't know what he'd reveal about him.
Can I go up to him, pick him up by the back of his clothes, and just tell him to give me the pendant and make an intimidation check, please? Would that be okay?
I'm waiting for man to just like he's gonna fucking
Make
Yep.
a strength check.
You're about to get thrown
check,
down
yeah,
the
man, I know.
fucking corridor.
I can't wait for this. Strength check.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah,
about to get murked. When the music hit
22,
it.
bitch.
22.
Yeah.
You pick up Felix, and the second that you lift him up and bring him up to eye level with you, his mouth opens in a ear-splitting grin, and then his eyes roll back into the back of his head, and suddenly from his open mouth, black smoke billows out and starts to form around him. Where you were holding a solid body is now just air, as in front of you a large black demon stands with clawed hands and teeth bared, red flaming eyes. He looks at each of you in turn, and he goes, "Good feast." Roll for combat.
Oh my
Yes,
word.
let's get this motherfucker.
Well, it is a demon, so I hope that Garrick has got some stuff that will actually work on it.
I mean, I'm not like a cleric, I'm just a normal wizard. That's my +2.
Damn, we need a fucking paladin or something.
Yeah, paladin or a cleric.
Yeah.
19.
15.
17.
I'll go 4.
We're enthusiastic and like, I got a 4.
So, Gamma 19, Garrick 17, V 15, and Elias 4. Okay. First up, Gamma.
How far away is this demon beast from me? And everybody else?
5 feet.
Okay, I am going to fire my Eldritch Cannon at him, moving him back 5 feet, I guess.
Yep.
Fucking natural
Assuming it hits.
natural 20 and fucking blow him through the wall out the building.
Fuck. Natural 1.
Oh no!
You unleash your Tinkerer's tool and form it into your trusty Eldritch cannon. With reckless abandon, you fire off, and it just and the light goes out, and is unusable for a turn.
Okay, it's my turn over.
The demon, laughing, takes a swipe at you, Gamma.
Good lord.
And he rolls a 19.
I cast Shield as a reaction.
The claws go to dig deep into your metal form, but your magical barrier makes them ping off, and it like screams as he missed his attack. It's now Garrick's go.
God, this is a risk. I haven't got many spells.
No
I'm
burning
just
the
gonna cast
place down, please.
This is the thing. The only spell I'm looking at. Fireball.
Yeah, would it be
No.
okay to burn an orphanage down? No.
I'm just gonna cast magic missile at first level.
Yep.
Fire them all at the demon.
Roll damage.
I'm already thinking far ahead, like, how the hell do we cover this up? We can't cause too much of a
9
ruckus.
damage.
How much?
9.
9. Okay. You fire off your 3 magic missiles, and they pierce the demon's smoky form. And surprisingly, black blood starts to ooze out from where they pierced. V, your go.
I'll take a couple of swipey swipes at him, please.
Roll to hit.
Yikes. 7.
Miss.
22.
Hit.
Jesus, 4 damage.
Okay. You swipe in, and you put into him, but as your blade comes across, rather than a deep wound, you just see like a slight scratch, and the smoke billows around it. It is now your go, Elias.
How much is going to do by just damage, but it's the only thing I've got, so fuck it. As a bonus action, I'm going to go into rage mode.
Yep.
And I'm going to make two claw attacks.
Are you like you're in beast mode at the moment?
I am in beast mode.
If the demon spawning out of a young boy wasn't enough to frighten the life out of Miss Belasco, seeing a man transform into a wolf in front of her eyes, she has now fainted and collapsed on the floor.
I was gonna say, like, I bet she's fucking dipping.
She's tripping balls, man.
She's out.
Wipe with your claws. Roll to hit.
Yeah. I'm actually not like a complete wolf. I'm like a man wolf. Like standing upright.
I've kind of got like the leopard Tekken character, but a wolf version now with like some fucking dungarees on.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 attacks. Natural fucking 20. And next attack.
That misses.
Oh, I thought that was it. And then a 21.
Yeah, 2 hits.
Okay, so we're gonna do these.
Get in there, my son.
Let me just check what the plus is on that. Yep.
Your flingy damage as well, your rage damage, Joe, on top of them as well.
What's that?
Good point,
Good
Garrett.
damage in rage mode.
I get plus 2 on my damage. Thank you for that.
So plus 2 on each attack as well.
19 points of damage.
Okay. 2 huge swipes from the bestial form of Elias cut deep into the demon. It starts to bleed more profusely. It snarls in anger It's now Gamma's go.
Okay, I would like to cast Firebolt at the beastie demon.
Roll to hit.
Here we go.
It's worse that we
15.
can't see it. Oh.
Hit.
Hits 1d10 damage. I'm just going to roll on D&D Beyond. It's slow, laggy. 8 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm laid by the side of the bed of Milavoy where he's lying down still. I just hold out my hand and throw a fireball at him.
Righto. So it is now the demon's go, and he is going to attack you, Garrick. It's a what's his plus? 5, 22.
There's a hit.
So you take
I'll get my shield up.
you take 4d6 plus 3 slashing damage.
I won't be down.
2, 3, 9,
Damn me.
15 plus 3, 18 points of damage.
Jesus, I'm on 2 hit points.
Has anybody
That's from Max.
Oh my god.
Has anybody been tracking this damage so far?
Yeah. I mean, that's the first hit he had. I think he.
Has anybody
missed his
tracking
first attack, didn't it?
How are you on such little
Yeah, I was gonna
damage?
say.
We've had a long rest.
Yeah, we had a long
bro.
rest. We slept overnight, didn't we? At the
I've only got
place?
28 points.
Oh.
He's a wizard, isn't
From
he?
a wizard,
He's
aren't
a wizard, Harry.
You're a
You're a
wizard,
wizard,
already.
Garrick. It's now your go, Garrick.
I'm just gonna ping a fireball at him.
Okay, roll.
I 14.
Hit.
Nice.
Oh shit! I'm
Get
expecting
in
that.
there.
Let's get him. 8, same as you had.
Flipping heck.
Okay, you'll go over. Back to V.
Another couple of swipey swipes, please.
Yep, roll to hit.
My rolls these past 2 sessions, Jesus. 6 and a miss. Oops.
Ooh.
Natural 1.
Oh no.
You
Oh no,
day.
no.
You swipe with your scimitar in your right hand and miss again, feeling a bit of embarrassment. You kind of overcompensate with your left swing, and in doing so, you actually drop the scimitar, and it falls behind and lands, luckily, between the legs of Miss Belasco, not hitting her.
Jesus.
Can you
That is
imagine if
your
it just
go.
flung up and just stabbed her?
You'll
Is
go
she
over,
dead?
and it is now Elias's go.
Yeah, I'll make 2 more claw attacks.
Roll to hit.
Go on, more
Yes.
natural 20s, son. Do it.
Yeah, let's get it. Oh, 23.
Fucking retard.
Yeah, hits.
Did you just call me a retard?
No, myself. That's what I've got.
Yeah, yeah.
19.
2 hits.
2,
Kill it, kill it, kill it.
8,
Don't forget your age.
13 points of
You
damage.
swipe with your left claw at the stomach of the demon. Its blood starts to gush out onto the floor, and it lifts its neck up in pain, and you see a prime moment. With all your force swiping right, you bring your claws across its jugular and split it. The black blood oozes everywhere, and slowly the shadowy form of the demon dissolves and evaporates, leaving nothing but the limp, lifeless body of poor Felix, dead on the floor. You are out of combat.
Oh, I just killed a kid.
You've just killed a kid.
Fuck.
We do not have time.
At this point, Milavoy wakes up. The sweat seems to have stopped coming out of him, and Where am I?
Do not fear, boy. We are here to protect you, and also ask you questions because we believe you might be a suspect to a terrible theft, but that is not the point.
Don't ease into it.
coma.
Don't ease into it at all.
He gets
Gamma's on a mad one tonight.
CSI Barovia.
he gets off the bed and sort of puts his legs on the floor and has his head in his hands and starts rubbing his head and not the bones of St. Angel.
So you know about the bones?
Yes, I stole them
Why?
for money to feed the poor orphans here.
And who told you about the bones?
The coffin maker, Henrik van der Voort.
He told you about them. Who's the
No.
coffin maker?
Jeske told me.
But the
I told Henrik, and he asked me to get them for him.
did he tell you why?
He didn't say, but he offered me gold.
So the coffin maker has the bones.
I knew we should have gone
Yes.
to see the coffin maker.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have known he had the bones then.
Precisely.
We wouldn't have known the bones were missing.
Felix, what's happened to Felix?
Please do not look, young boy. Felix has unfortunately passed away.
Turns out he was a demon.
A demon?
The pendant that his parents had given him happened to corrupt him somehow. Is the pendant still on the boy? On
Yes.
the dead Felix. Can I make an Arcana check on it? Oh, actually, I'll say
So-
Garrick, make an Arcana check on this, please.
Don't touch that shit.
Oh, corner.
Yes, please.
Oh, fuck. 11.
Are there DM, are there spare rooms on the floor that we're on?
No, there's just the orphan's room, Velasco's study, Velasco's bedroom, and Milivoy's bedroom.
Are any of the bedrooms like unoccupied at the moment?
The children's bedroom had no one in.
That's not the one we're in now, is it?
No, you're in Milivoy's bedroom at the moment.
Okay, can I I presume if she's still passed out while they're sort of dealing with the kid, can I maybe, I don't know if Elias wants to, I would have the strength, but if Elias wants to help me, can we just carefully pick up the lady and just take her to the bedroom and just like lay her down on the bed and then just like close the door behind us or something?
Yep.
We can do, yeah.
Just yeah, well, let's we can worry about her in a bit, but let's just get her out of the scene while she's still in dreamy land.
Make sure,
Yeah.
I'm going to go and watch and make sure he doesn't pull off her trousers or anything like that.
Seems pretty
Yo,
keen to get her into bed.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you want to take it to the bedroom on your own and out the way.
Oh my god.
Right then, yeah. Yeah, let's take it to the bedroom then.
Okay.
Can we then investigate the fucking one pendant to rule them all?
Do you take the limp body of Miss Belasco and carry her to her bedroom and place her on her bed, walking back into the room to see Milivoy still sobbing silently on the edge of the bed with the dead body of Felix on the floor, and Gamma and Garrick standing over it.
Milivoy, did the coffin maker tell you why he wanted the bones?
He didn't say, he just offered me gold, and I knew I could get supplies and better food for my brothers and sisters here.
Did he tell you which bones in particular to steal?
He said any would do. I just took the ones that were closest to me. I was scared to be caught. Father Lucian's a good man. I didn't want to upset him.
That is not a problem. Can I make an insight check to see if he's telling the truth?
Yep.
feel like if now that we know
Oh,
if the
natural 20!
Uh, he's genuine. He's just a slightly older boy than the other orphans you've seen. But you know that he's kind natured, and he was doing it out of
okay.
necessity to help his brothers and sisters, as he calls them.
Do we think now that we know the specific bones weren't relevant to the coffin maker, could he maybe be up to some like shady necromancy or something? If he just wants bones,
I have a
then
feeling
it doesn't matter what.
there is a
You'd
greater
have to
plot at
ask
play.
the coffin master.
My
Coffin
assumption
maker?
is that somebody intentionally knew that removing these bones from the church will leave it susceptible to attack. We have already identified that so far. Therefore, I think it is prudent that we make complete haste to attend the coffin maker's shop. What is the time of day, everybody? Does anybody know? Is it still open?
You look out of the window, and it appears to be about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, I'm gonna like literally be trying to usher everybody out straight out towards the coffin maker's shop, or trying to get everybody out, like ignoring everything.
You're just gonna leave a dead kid's body just on the floor.
Yeah.
It's an orphanage. They're pretty used to it.
Jesus.
Well, they've already had like kids.
Okay, are there any
through,
boxes
so
nearby or closets?
Oh my god.
we need to sort this out, and we don't need to fuck around with.
Like every
sorting this
second
orphanage out.
that we don't find the bones, we leave the lady on her own in an unprotected church. This is significantly important, I think.
Let's go to the coffin maker.
Yeah, let's go now.
Tell Milivoy to like deal with the woman when she wakes up, then, or something.
She'll probably get
figure it out.
beatings or something from the nasty bitch.
She's gonna freak out when she wakes up to dead kid.
So,
she's dealt with it before.
As the brave adventurers decide to leave the limp, dead body of Felix in the room with a sobbing Milivoy and a passed out Miss Velasco,
stop guilt tripping us.
they set off with all haste towards the coffin maker's shop. And avid listeners, you will have to find out what happens on the next installment of Two Dice, One Baby. Thank you for listening.
No.
God damn it, that fucking sneaky kid. That was grim.
That was sick. That was like a proper adventure episode.
And we didn't find any fucking Vaseline either.
Not yet. I didn't get
Father Lucian is a devout man. He is not a nonce.
Well, a lot of them were devout, weren't they?
I was just thinking there's lots of chaffed lips about.
Of course you are.
Yeah, I like the lip balm.
Of course you are.
But in all seriousness, boys, we're actually fighting against time here. I'm so worried that, like literally, the first thing that the father mentioned was that the bones protect the church. Now, why on earth would the bones go missing? Somebody wants to attack the church in some way. That has got to be the reason.
Yeah, the coffin maker's definitely in on with Strahd.
Yeah, and then considering he's a coffin maker as well.
Yeah.
So to me, that is like absolute alarm bells ringing, and we've just left the lady who Strahd wants to get a bit cheeky with in this place that's technically now unprotected. So does anybody know?
That was her decision, wasn't it?
It was her decision, yeah. So she's bottled that. But
she has bottled it.
And the fact that we've left these kids here, if the guards come and say, "Why is there a dead kid?" We've got full explanations for it. So I don't think we could get arrested and flogged and spanked.
I mean, if a guard arrests us and go, "Oh yeah, a kid turned into a cloudy demon, so we killed it," they're gonna really buy that.
Yeah, if it's that fucking dumbass Cockney night guard, I'm gonna fuck him up when we leave this town.
We're not that strong, though, are we? Really?
Against
you
the
are
night guard, bro.
all now level 4.
Oh,
we're fucking strong now.
Bye.
All of a level up.
Can I actually remember how to do it? That is the question.
Get some nice ability score improvements. Just what I like to see.
CSI Barovia continues, man. I'm loving this.
Why can I not find to level up screen? Where is it?
Oh, have you stopped recording yet?
Oh shit, I'm still recording.
Just everyone say Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen!
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.